two zer, two pesh. Two zabar, two zer, two pesh are called tanween, and you produce noon sakin sound and at the end of tanween. For example, this is ta, and we read ta by the tip of the tongue and roots of upper front teeth. So touch your tongue to the roots of upper front teeth and read ta. Ta, two zabar, tan. These are two zabar on ta. You will read ta, two zabar, tan. These are two zer below ta. So you read two zer by the dropping of your voice. Ta, two zer, tin. And the next one is two pesh. Ta, two pesh, tun. Very easy. Tan, tin, tun. Touch your tongue to the roots of upper front teeth and read it very easily. Tan, tin, tun. This is dal, and ta and dal have same pronunciation. It means you have to touch your tip of the tongue to the roots of upper front teeth and read dal. And these are two zabar on dal. We will read dal, two zabar, dan. Dal, two zer, din. Dal, two pesh, dun. Dan, din, dun. This is ta, and ta is a mustalia letter. Mustalia letters are those letters in Arabic which are always read in Arabic with a full mouth, thick voice, thick tone. So we will read ta with a thick voice, and ta, dal and ta have same pronunciation. You have to touch your tip of the tongue to the roots of upper front teeth. Ta, two zabar, twan. Ta, two zer, twin. Ta, two pesh, tun. Twan, twin, tun. Read it very uh, thick and with very carefully. We must have to differentiate between Quran in ta and ta. Ta is not a mustalia letter, thick tone letter, but ta is a mustalia letter. Twan, twin, twin. This is raw, and you have to touch your tip of the tongue to the gums of upper four front teeth while reading raw. Back of the gums touch your tongue and read raw, two zabar, ron. Raw, two zer, rin. Raw, two pesh, run. Ron, rin, run. Ron, rin, run. When two zabar and two pesh comes on raw, we read ra in a thick voice, and when two zer comes, we read rin, not rin. Rin, ron, rin, run. So read run and run with a thick voice. And also you have to touch your tip of the tongue to the back of the gums of your upper four front teeth. Come to the next letter pronunciation. This is noon, and it has very easy pronunciation. You have to touch your tip of the tongue to the roots of upper four front teeth. Noon, two zabar, nan. Noon, two zer, nin. Noon, two pesh, nun. Nan, nin, nun. This is lam. Lam, two zabar, lan. Don't read alif. Lam, two zabar, lan. You have to touch your tip of the tongue to the gums of upper six front teeth. Lam, two zer, lin. Lam, two pesh, lun. Lan, lin, lun. Come to the next, and this is dod. We read dod with a thick voice always. This is a mustalia letter, and you have to use your whole of your tongue. It means you have to read dod by the root of the it means sides of the tongue and roots of your upper front upper molars. So you have upper front teeth, and back of the teeth there are molars. So you have to touch your sides of the tongue to the upper molars. Dod, two zabar, don. Dod, two zer, din. ضاد. Two pesh dun. Don, din, dun. Don, din, dun. Ya. Two zabar. Yan. Ya. Two zer. Yin. Ya. Two pesh yun. Yan, yin, yun. Sheen. Two zabar. Shan. Sheen. Two zer. Shin. Sheen. Two pesh shun. Shan, shin, shun. Jeem. Two zabar. Jan. Jeem. Two zer. Jin. Jeem. Two pesh jun. Jan, Jin, Jun. Jeem, Sheen, Ya has same pronunciation, middle of the tongue, middle of the palate. It means you have to touch your middle of the tongue to the upper side. Middle of the tongue, there has a middle of palate. So touch middle of the tongue to the upper side, middle of the palate, and read Jeem, Sheen, Ya. Come to the next, and this is Kaf. Kaf, two zabar, kan. Kaf, two zer, kin. Kaf, two pesh, kun. Kan, kin, kun. This is Qaf with a thick voice. Qaf, two zabar, qan. Qaf, two zer, qin. Qaf, two pesh, qun. Qan, qin, qun. So this kaf is a soft kaf. This qaf is a thick voice qaf. Kha, two zabar, khan. Okay, so kha pronunciation is you read kha from the first part of your throat. And this is also a mustalia letter, the letters which pronounce from our first part of the throat. We read them in a thick voice, thick tone. So these are two letters, kha and ghain. So kha, two zabar, khan. Kha, two zer, khin. Kha, two pesh, khun. Khan, khin, khun. Ghain, two zabar, ghan. Ghain, two zer, ghin. Ghain, two pesh, gun. Ghan, ghin, gun. So kha and ghain we will read in a thick voice. This is a ha, soft one ha. It means you read this ha from the middle of your throat. Ha, two zabar han. Ha, two zer hin. Ha, two pesh hun. Han, hin, hun. Ain, two zabar an. Ain, two zer in. Ain, two pesh un. An, in, un. Ha, two zabar han. Ha, two zer hin. Ha, two pesh hun. Han, hin, hun. Hamza, two zabar an. Hamza, two zer in. Hamza, two pesh un. An, in, un. So we read ha and hamza from the last part of our throat. It means bottom of our throat. So this kha and ghain are thick letters and they are pronounced from the first part of our throat. These are called halakiya letters. Kha, ghain, ha, ain, ha, hamza. These are halakiya letters and they are 6 which pronounce from our throat. Ha and ain from the middle part, ha and hamza from the last part of our throat.